In order to even enter into the palace, you have to accept that there's a distance. It's something you could not have. So within a realm of distance, you can only approach this palace with a sense of distance. And that sense of distance is a realm. It's your sense of distance. And it puts it in within that concept. The other works are far enough away to come closer to hand. Very often you have to push things away in order to be able to see them, and it has nothing to do with eyesight. An attempt to set up a simultaneous relationship where I'm trying to build within the structure and the support structure, accepting what's there, a simultaneous idea of what an art exhibition is. And whether all of the people coming through notice that there is a difference or there isn't. That's not the point, but it is simultaneous, it's not parallel. When you came in, you look at it, there's a glass filled with liquid. How do you see that? You see it visually, but how do you know that it's there, that you don't just knock it over? You give it names. It doesn't really matter about what words you use, but the word is how you see the object. I work with objects. I find I'm not happy with the configuration of those objects in the world. I place them in another configuration. That's turned into what I read as language. And if it's a gesture that makes this point, or if it's a word, and then you go to present it. And presenting things to people, you sort of clean it up a bit. You gussy it up a bit, or you tone it down, and then you present it, and it says exactly what you're supposed to be seeing. So essentially what you're seeing is what you're seeing. You're reading it, but you're seeing a block of stone and a piece of wood. This is about materials and trying to determine how much is enough, essentially more than enough. And it's taking materials like black powder, which can only be used to explode things, and saltpeter, which is used to explode things, but it's also used for other things. And trying to place them within a concept that there's no hierarchy of values. There is no difference between the lead and the aluminum. There is no difference between yellow and blue, except if you mix them, you get green. And what green you get comes from how much, et cetera, et cetera. It's right down the line. So it's a matter of presenting these materials and what they can be, what they can produce if they're put together. And the implication, of course, is that you can put any material together and get a result. But you have to know how much. And that question of more than enough is how much is enough? And that is a basic question for human beings. The idea of making art is to try to make it accessible to people. They don't have to know anything about you. They don't have to know anything about the context even. If they find out things, it helps enhance the use or the appreciation, but it's not necessary to enter in. You can literally not have anything to do with contemporary art, walk in and there's something and there it is, it works for you. You can put it into your life, you can use it as a signpost to understand where you are and where your place in the sun is. If work does not have a metaphor, nobody has to accept your value structure in order to use it. If it has a metaphor, they have to accept your value structure. No, I want to present a logic structure with the work that allows people to change the value structures that they deal and be able to look at the world and deal with the world in another manner.